Have you heard about summer snow? When it falls on you, your blood runs cold. But don't you sweat your pretty skin, 'cause it melts away for it sinks in. And you dream about this very night, when the moon runs down the summer sky. Could it be the morning of the spring, when the sea runs dry and starts to sing? Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Do you ever feel like going back when nothing's...
G'day, how you all going? So right now I'm sitting on the banks of the Murray River, just out of Tokenwall. I drove up last night after work, made my way up, didn't film anything coming up here. I didn't get to camp till around probably 8:30 or something like that, so I just threw the awning out and set the swag up and had an early night, grabbed some dinner on the way up. So not a lot happened last night, so this morning I woke up nice and early. You would have seen a lot of that by now, and it was around probably 8-9 degrees overnight last night. Not too bad, pretty mild weather actually, so it was had a really good sleep. So this weekend I've got the new fire pit here, as you would have seen by now as well. So had brekkie on that this morning, and all this weekend is just sitting back, just relaxing.
You read until your legs gave way, then you cried and got back up again. And it's real to think that I could fly across a broken bridge in the fading light. Never thought ahead of my 2 feet, never had a care in the world, you see.
So there's quite a bit of rain, I think, expected tomorrow morning and overnight, so I'll probably head off fairly early-ish tomorrow. But just keep in mind, if you are coming into these areas, the roads here, they go pretty hard packed, but any sort of rain and that, particularly if you're towing, they can be pretty slippery. The floods have come through here recently as well, so the roads are in pretty ordinary condition, like nothing too hard to get in. Just have a little bit of ground clearance and stuff like that, and pick your lines and straddle the ruts, etc. to get through. But yeah, you can definitely see where the floods have come through. Some of the banks here have been quite washed out, so just behind me there, I'll drop some footage there. You can see how much erosion's been caused by the floods and the sandbars. There's a lot of sandbar camping through this area as well. Now I drove down to one this morning just to have a bit of a look, and there's a few camps down that way, but this time of year it's pretty quiet, particularly midweek. If you can get up here midweek for a bit of camping, you can have a whole campsite to yourself. But yeah, the river has changed a bit, yeah, just with that bit of erosion and all the water and etc. coming through, because it was flooded here for quite a while. So
down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live.
So these above ground fire pits seem to be getting more and more popular. A lot of places you camp to now, particularly with hip camps, etc. You have to be self-contained, and unless there's a purpose-built fire pit there. Even a lot of stations and stuff now, you got to have all your ashes contained. So these get more and more popular, and we'll see how this one goes. I've had a different one in the past, but that still let ash and stuff through. It did have a tray underneath. This does drop a bit of ash, but it's really just a fine powder, so I guess you're not really going to catch everything that comes out from the fire pit, because you do want a bit of airflow through there as well. One thing I really like about camping on the Murray this time of year is it is pretty quiet. Obviously, you probably wouldn't go swimming or anything because it's pretty cold in there, but it's a good quiet time of the year to come up, and the mozzies aren't too bad. Sometimes through the peak periods and after a lot of rain, you do get a lot of mozzies up through this way. But yeah, definitely winter camping up here. If you've been following my channel, you would know that I come up here a few times a year through the winter time. There's a few videos of that. If you flick back through my channel there, you'll be able to see other trips we've done up here, whether it's by myself or with some good mates, and some camp cook-ups and with the kids and stuff as well. But yeah, definitely be heading back up here again over the next couple of months.
Down the river, high tide flows around here. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around here. Through the whispers of pines, I hear.
Righto, so not a lot's going on today. Just been sitting by the fire there and watching the river. Surprising actually how much rubbish is floating by. Must be still from the floods, and that must be getting caught in little yetis or whatever. But every now and then you see a can or something floating down by the river, maybe when it's gone through the streets of towns, etc. But yeah, just quite surprising. Now, earlier in this video I talked about how boggy and ruddy it is. So here's one section. So my camp's only 30 or 40 metres down from here, maybe, yeah, 40 metres away. And here's an example here where everyone's gone around this section here. So you've got a cattle grid behind me and everyone's come around here. It's a bit of a low point there. It's been a couple of young guys coming past a couple of times today. And they've gone around this bog hole behind the camera, which I'll show you in a minute, all day. But I saw them back up, put their wipers on. I thought, here we go. So anyway, in they went and got about halfway through and diffed out. Now the thing is, in these bog holes, you don't know what's under it because it's full of brown mud and water and whatever else. And when they went to hook the winch on, what they'd done, it actually caught a big log and pushed it out. But they managed to get out all right. They were self-recovered pretty quick. It was all, you know, bit of action for about 10 minutes for the day. So it doesn't look like much on the camera, but yeah, all they've basically done though is stuck to the main track. They haven't gone off and deviated through the bush or anything. That bog hole there is actually the main road in. Directly over my shoulder there is the gate through. And over this side is a bit where everyone's been going around that big hole there. But yeah, just give you a bit of an idea of what some of the tracks are like.
The more you love, the more you live. The more you love, the more you live.
Not sure how dark it is and whether you can see me or not, but dinner's well and truly underway. Got a bit of flame there, just a little bit of a stoke up with this red gum, and banging away it goes. About to chuck some eggs on there and now as well, so it'll be bacon, eggs, tomato, cheese and HP sauce. So what's your favourite sauce to have on your burgers or meal? I like the HP or barbecue sauce as well. Yeah, comment down below on what your go-to sauce is. Straight from the fire. Bang. One egg. Bit of bacon. Tomatoes already on there. Bit of sauce. That's the HP sauce I mentioned before. Cheese. There we go. One burger's done. All right, I'll get the other one organised as well. All right, good morning. So it's Sunday morning. I packed up camp early in the dark this morning and made my way home. As you can tell, it's raining now, so I packed up in the rain and just made the big trip back. I didn't film anything on the way home or anything. It wasn't really worth stopping, checking things out today, but that's all right. We'll head up there next time. Thanks for watching, and if you've liked this one, give us a thumbs up and a subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.
Make me work, make me sweat inside, make me feel like I'm alive. Take this hurt, lady, throw it in my face. Don't let these bones slow you down, 'cause I'm coming on strong. The grass should have looked greener. I need to believe